if I star it, okay, I star my most important documents. So if I go to starred, it will only show me my starred stuff. So the stuff that I refer to the most, I star. So MVI staff meetings, my 4th and 6th grade apps, our intervention schedule. Oh, by the way, let me show you that. I've shared this with the whole staff. We know where every kid is in interventions. So I have a document, so I don't have to have teachers going, where's Billy? What intervention is he in? I don't remember. They can go to this document. So we got 5th grade math interventions of where they all are. We got rewards as interventions, read naturally, so we know where all the kids are in school for interventions. So we don't have to have teachers going, I don't know where that is. Mike always goes, I need Jamie Anderson. Well, where is he? Well, Mike can look this document and go, oh yeah, he's with Miss Anderson right now, and he can call Miss Anderson instead of trying to go hunt him down because our kids go everywhere for interventions. What else we got? Read naturally, LOI. Those are all our kids are in LOI. Sunday, and it goes on and on and on and on and on. Okay. All right. So I have this. Oh, I gotta find document. I don't want to mess with here. So once I upload a document. And let's say I want to convert it to a Google Doc, okay? So I upload it as a Word. If I right-click on it, I can open with Google Docs. And what it will do is it will create that same document, it's thinking, into Google Doc format for me. It'll do all the conversions. Now Google Doc, there's some little things you might have to like backspace or change something up, but it actually converts it over to a Google Doc for you. So now you're able to have, and it does not count against your memory.
And that would be the only reason to do that, is if you feel like you're getting full of memory.
Yeah, you might want to do that. Yep. If you want to share a document, if you want, you can't collect, like I can share this document right here, this my iPad thing.
Mm-hmm.
I can share it, but I can't have that collaboration piece back and forth.
Everybody can't work on it?
As a Word document. You can't, I can share it, so what I have to do first is I have to convert it to a Google Doc.
Okay, then
And
everybody
then we can collaborate on the document. Yeah, you can't, I can share a doc with you.
And that's your right click in there, right?
That's a right click, yep. Yep, this is a right click. Okay. Another thing we do is Google Forms. Google Forms, teachers use this a lot. They create little exit tickets for their classes, little surveys, and Google Forms does those surveys. You can see that I create a MetaView iPad teacher survey for teachers. I'll go to live form so you guys can see what it looks like. Oh, I need to be a pencil. But what I did is I just created a survey using Google Forms, first, last name, just some basic questions that I want the teachers to answer, and then the responses. I can actually do view responses. And what those responses do is they put them into a spreadsheet for me right away. So now I can actually see what those responses are. Teachers use it for an exit ticket. They create a Google form for their kids. They put it right on their iPads. They answer that form right on their iPads, and it puts the answers right into a spreadsheet for them. This is kind of advanced right now. I don't know if you guys want to do stuff like
Where
this.
did you get the Google form in the first place? I missed that.
Yep.
Because you just pulled it up off of your...
Yeah, I did, yep. So I'm going to create Google
Oh, it's
form.
right there, okay.
Yep, and it creates a little form for you. It looks just like this. And I want you guys to understand, this is something that I just didn't throw at them in 30 minutes like I'm doing here. This is something where Mike has given me 10 minutes at every staff meeting. Mike has given me 15 minutes here. Mike, and I go around and I just share that stuff with them here and there. Say, oh guys, look at this. Let me show you Google Docs today. Let me show you Google Forms. Let me show you Google Spreadsheets. Let me show you, you know, everything Google has to offer. It wasn't just a quick, here you go, learn how to do it. It was, Mike has given me that opportunity to share this with the staff, so.
And that's what we are, you know, my intent is as well, Jamie, you know, just to give you guys this information. It's towards the end of the year, you can explore, you know, you can discuss this in your teams. You know, any of you going to the summer Google or the summer technology summit, you know, you will get more information. We'll be getting a lot of information
Yeah.
there. So this is just something that I wanted us to dabble in and start looking at utilizing a little bit more next fall.
Yeah, I mean, there's just so much, and that's kind of where I come in, is that, you know, if Missy wants me to come and just share 15 minutes with your staff meetings, or your grade level meetings, or something like that, if you're gung-ho and you want to get this rolling out now, and you want to try it now, I'm more than happy to come over and help you guys roll this out now and play with it a little bit. I mean, I don't,
Thank you.
you
Well,
know,
that's great. If
I'll
they want
gladly,
to,
you know,
that's
help
great.
you, Missy, get your staff stuff set
Okay.
up, and I mean, whatever you guys want, you know, I'm willing to come over and help you guys out. I know Sarah, I worked with the other Sarah over at Maplewood, and she's got them doing their data over there and trying to get that working out. The data piece is the part that is huge for us. I just don't know any other way for us to collect that data. You know, the only thing that stinks is I can't take this data and dump it into Skyward. So you're doing, if you put in our intervention piece and you do all that stuff, you're kind of doing it twice. But it's nice, I know these teachers love this, that Miss Weeza she can look at other kids because she sees kids in reading groups, or April Anderson. She can look at every kid in the school and see how they're doing, because they may have them in small group reading. So she might be able to say, oh, let me see how they're doing in math. So now she can always look at other kids in our school. Like I said, we try to be as transparent as possible with our students. We don't share this with parents, but it's a nice piece to share with parents during parent-teacher conferences. You know, it's like, oh, let me go back and look, you know, their fluency tests are on there. I think we even put our maps, I think we got our maps on there. Yeah, spring maps are on there. You know, we keep everything right on there and then file print. The nice thing about this too is, one last thing, is I can actually download as an Excel spreadsheet. So when I'm done with it, if I don't want to use Google Docs, I can actually convert this to an Excel spreadsheet. And now I have Excel on my computer, and those that like to use Excel, you can pretty it up and give it its lipstick and mascara and dial it up for the parents and everything. I mean, you can do whatever you want to. I'll show you what it looks like here. I just downloaded it. The cool thing about it is I didn't lose any of this data. It's still in the spreadsheet. All this did is just converting it over to an Excel spreadsheet.
So all the color and everything you added, you really added in Excel, or you added that in Google? Yeah.
We actually added it in Google Docs,
Oh.
but here's the Excel. So I kind of, thank you for asking about the colors. I can't take credit for the colors, but we were trying to figure out a way, so you can see we got a lot of colors on here. Okay, so if I can remember this correctly, red for everybody. This is across the school. Red is a student is currently in interventions. Okay. Green, they are on our watch list. So our bottom 30% of our kids are on our watch list. Yellow, special ed. So that's, so we know, so teachers are like, okay, I can quickly glance at this and go, oh yeah, I got red, green, yellow. So we color coded our class lists to help some, you know, and I just thought it was a great idea. Blue is, they're on our watch list and they're not in an intervention right now. So now I know that, well, if you guys know Connor Harris, Ryan Hayes, so we know that we have to, those kids are on our watch list, but we don't have them placed in intervention. A math intervention, not necessarily, it could be a reading intervention, but for a math intervention. So So that's why, you know, we color code everything to help with that, because some teachers just pull it up and, oh yeah, I mean, you can see Miss Bird's class, she doesn't, you know, so her class is loaded, she doesn't have any kids that are red. But then you can see Miss Shaman's, she's got a class that's got a lot of kids in there not, or special ed. So that's just a nice way to use color coding to help organize our stuff. The hot years, it's just me.
Thank you, Jamie.
Questions or concerns, or, like I said, I'm here to help you next year. Feel free to use me. I wanna be back in the classroom. I enjoy working. If you guys wanna do projects with your kids and you wanna, I think I got that iPad thing pretty much figured out. I've dabbled in a little bit this year. So if you wanna start integrating iPads more into your education, into the kids' education, if you wanna start dabbling with Google, you can use this stuff in your classroom with your kids on iPads. No problem. Even though you're not one-to-one, you can actually get the keyboards out. We can do Google Docs. Your kids can do them right on the iPads and stuff like that. And they all have their own Google Drive account. So I mean,
We're looking at ordering a few more keyboards for next year, especially for
did you
classroom
get
iPads.
the memo about keyboards? That were okay. You're not doing the Apple wireless ones, are you?
No.
Tethered?
Yeah, we haven't ordered any. The teachers have some, and we have a few extras. But I was going to talk to you, Nick, before we would do
Okay,
that.
yeah.
As far as classroom iPads, I just
Yeah.
think that's
Talk to
nice
us before
have.
you order those $80 keyboards.
Okay.
Yeah. there's a
I-
cheaper way.
Thank you, Jamie. I also want to thank Nick and Josh and Barb and Angie
Angie.
for all of their work too. I know this is, this is a lot of extra work on their part, but I do believe that their vision is that we're doing what's best for kids, and I think we have a great team here working together. So thank you.
Yep. Thank you guys. Go home, enjoy the weather. It's beautiful out.